Jiu-Jitsu family, how's everybody doing? Marco Moreno here, Matt Caldaway, and today we're gonna talk about concepts for guard retention. Some of the things that you can work on to improve your guard, your open guard, and make it harder for the opponent to pass your legs. Guard passing is more, I would say, it's so dynamic, where the guys are doing so many things and changing from one side to another and from one guard technique to another, that it's hard to just pin down one technique that is gonna make your guard unpassable. I would say keep more broad concept when the guy is trying to pass your guard. The first concept I will suggest you guys to work on is your core strength. Okay, you have to have good core strength in order to move on your back. So for example, a good exercise you can try is, of course, crunches, but also these upside down turtles, both sides. It's a good exercise, shooting your hips up. And also a combination of both, where you spin and shoot, spin and shoot, spin and shoot. That's gonna give you a good strength on your core to move around when you're on your back. Another exercise, Matt, you will stand up, for core exercise is have your partner grab one ankle, just one ankle, and push it to one side and move like this, right? And now you push the other side, look, right? So basically what you don't want to do is just push my leg that way and just not be able to move. One more time. That's gonna help your core. So yes, push the other side, see that? I'm coming here, push it that way. What I'm activating at this point is my core, and that's gonna help you rotate and reinsert the legs. The second concept that you can work on for guard retention would be flexibility. Of course, hamstrings, right? Your stretches, yoga. The best guard players are very flexible, and that comes very natural for them to stop the guard pass, right? For us, I never was flexible. Are you flexible? Used to be. Used to be. I have to work on my flexibility. Of course, that's something that is a constant practice. I would say practice flexibility on your hamstrings and on your hips. So for example, if you can do a back roll like this, make sure that your toes can touch the ground without elevating too much the hips. As you can see, it's hard for me, but I used to be worse. Because Jiu-Jitsu, I was able to work, and then I can do something like this. See that? Or like that. So just be sure to have flexibility on your legs, and that's gonna help you to bring the legs in front and to stop the guy from passing your guard. The next concept we can talk about is connection. So for example, Matt is standing up and I'm here in the open guard. If he grabs, let's say, my pants, at this point he is connected to my legs and I have nothing. He has two connections and I have nothing. When he pushes the legs to the side, now most likely he is gonna pass. Okay? But when he grabs my pants and I connect here, maybe I connect here and I connect here and I connect here, now it's gonna be a little bit harder for him. I have a lot of connections, he only have one, right? So always look to connect, right? So he grabbed my pants, I pummel my legs, now I connect to his bicep, I connect to the sleeve, I connect to the hip, I connect to the pants, and now I'm gonna make it hard for him. Of course, from here, you're gonna have to practice your open guard techniques. The next concept I like to talk about is using your frames, okay? Using your frames is important, and we cannot touch on the connections. So for example, my foot on the back, on the hip is a nice frame, okay? Now let's say Matt, right now for some reason he pushed this and his knee cuts there, then I don't have frames, but now my knee can be a frame. I can also use my hands, right, and start working to regard, okay? Hands. Now if he pass and I cannot have my hands, I can have my forearms, okay? Forearms, hands, knees, feet, okay? So think about these aspects: the feet, the knees, the hands, the forearms, to frame an aggressive guard passer. Another concept will be to practice your Granby roll or bolo roll. That's gonna help to prevent the guard pass. And it looks like this. You can use space. You can practice like this, like hold your legs, roll over your neck, almost shoulders, and that is the pass, and that is the roll. So practice that, it's gonna help you a lot. Like that. If you have a wall, you can also practice against the wall. And that is gonna help you in, for example, scenarios where grab my pants, push it to that side, where he's here, and then you have to do this roll. Look, keep passing, you block, and now you come here, right? To the other side, you push my legs, maybe this way, push it this way. See that? Like you block, and then you do your Granby roll, and then you regard. And the last concept I'd like to talk about is bail out. When the guy is about to pass your guard, you try all your techniques to block him, and he's just about to pass. You can always turtle and go to your all fours. So for example, you can roll away. Get a double underhook maybe. Yes, he's about to pass, he's got your hip trapped, and then you can always just roll and come here. And then from here will be another battle.
No points, right?
But yes, especially for competitions. If you, in a competition, you bail out and roll, at least the guy doesn't get the points for the guard pass. But of course, then you get exposed for guillotine, he can take your back, so you have to get good at the total defense. Another thing too that you can practice is if, regarding bailing and going to total, is when they're cutting here and they are passing, underhook right here, keep passing, and then shrimp, and then just get to your knees at this point. He doesn't have the 3 points for the guard pass. So now we're gonna start a little live sparring, and I recommend you guys to practice this. So it's just gonna be a very positional drill where my partner is gonna try to pass my guard, pass my legs, and then I'm gonna try to defend. If you guys start here and you don't give anything, and you already do this, then you won't really be practicing the guard passing rotation techniques. So I will say you guys start like this, right? Start like this, try not to extend so much your legs, right? Only when it's needed. Another thing, try to have your head up, and this involves having your core strong. The more you are flat, the harder it is for you to move. So here I am, pummeling my legs. Matt drops for a double underhook pass. I move my shoulders. He steps over. I am pummeling my legs. I don't want him to get connection. So that's when I switch my other leg to stop him. And now I have a connection on the ankle and on the lapel. And then one foot is on his bicep. Switch to the Lahiva hook. He steps back, he comes back. I lost the connection, my knee frames at that point, and I do my Granby roll to stop the pass. We reset. We're gonna start resetting for different angles. And same thing here, he's leg pummeling to avoid the connection of the passer with your legs. Foot on the bicep, hand on the collar. Remember, this positional sparring, I'm not trying to sweep. I try sometimes like that hook sweep right there, that didn't work, but mostly it's just stopping him. Just the idea to move the hips and just stay there and prevent the pass. I have a hook, he gets off balance. I managed to close the guard. We're gonna reset again. And we go. Same thing, he likes to grab ankles, which is pretty good. And then stepping over. My legs are moving and then I'm trying to grab something. Double underhook, shoulder walk. Notice how I hook my feet under his leg. So we're stuck at this point. Matt steps back to unhook. I have one hook, so makes it hard for him to pass the double underhook. We run towards the wall, and then he just tried to cut the knee over, pass to the right, pass to the left, and that's when I catch him in the guard. Here we go again, lie on my back, supine guard, live positional sparring. He throw my legs to the side, my core strength is able to make my hips go square. He's passing at this point and I bail to turtle. Yeah, when I go to turtle, his last resort, I try to perfect the open guard retention to the point where I don't even need to go to turtle. That was very good. Again, I'm trying to go inverted, his knees way too deep and I had to turtle again. I asked Matt not to hold back. This is a real life sparring with the positional drill of the open guard retention. Have my collar, have the pants, have the foot on the hip. I go for the sweep.
Too many connections. You let me connect too much.
He let me connect, and then I was able to get the sweep. Again, the Granby roll work. He's trying to step over my knee and then my hips back. Another Granby roll into half guard hip posture, double ankle leg sweep.
So, hope that gives you a good idea of what to do and what not to do.
Yes, and don't get discouraged. My guard retention has always been horrible, and I say this is one of the toughest aspects in the game that takes more time to perfect. So over time and years of getting your guard pass, that you start getting comfortable, right? Also, I will finish mentioning something about your side mount escapes or your side mount defense. The more you perfect your defense, when the guy passes your guard, it's not a big deal because you're gonna feel like he's not gonna really tap you out because you have a good defense, and that's gonna give you a little more assurance in your guard retention. If passing your legs is equal in your mind to getting tapped, then you're gonna be moving in a way that is so fear and desperate. Hope that helps you guys, and please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, let me know. Any topics, hit the notification bell. Matt Calderway here, speaking of strength. We're gonna have another talk with him, talking about strength for Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.